Far and Away on YouTube. And 3, 2, 1. Wah wah. Let's see.
Morning.
Gotta put on the music, that trumpy music. What is it? Trumpety, not trumpy.
I was gonna say like duh.
All right. Yeah, exactly. All right. Good morning. Happy July still to everyone out there.
Oh, this hat looks really, it really stands out, doesn't it?
Against all this yellowish background, yes.
It's too hot for the full Cookie Monster thing, so I just went with Monsters, Inc. instead.
Okay.
This is what's happening.
This
is me now.
This is me now. This is me now.
Yes.
Well, hello to all of This Is You Now, as we genter into... Genter, as we genter and... Look, don't expect...
Great.
We've been doing the Hollywood LA living thing of like going up to parties and going up to Santa Monica and having fajitas made for us while we enjoy
Hi, Devin Jones.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hi, Kayla. Hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me.
Lynn.
Thank you for being here. Everyone's thanking. Whole world's thanking you. Thanking us for thanking you.
Alright, before we get in...
Kill the toy key.
Kill the toy key. Before we get into what we're working on today, this is actually we're now in kind of a countdown mode where...
It's a count!
We will only be doing the live stream 7 more times like this because the 8th one will be the world premiere. And we're going to do a screening party here, probably at this same time on the Sunday on September 3rd.
Yep.
Where you guys can put it up on your big screens, your smart TVs, on YouTube, and then on TikTok.
Which means you better.
Yeah, you better. and then to watch the episode, and then also watch along with us. We will do a live stream party. Yes.
Quadruple 07 says, you remind me of the actor who plays Plankton. Uh-huh. Doesn't he look like...
Mr. Lawrence?
I forget. Which camera are we looking at? That one.
The green dot.
Doesn't he look like... Mr. Lawrence? Is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah, well, at least that's the name that he usually goes by in the credits. It'll be Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah,
but,
when you guys meet, the whole world's going to explode.
I know. I feel like there was a dimensional rift where Mr. Lawrence went off one way and I went the other way. And then, sooner or later we will meet and we will both do... If we both do Plankton at the same time,
I don't know if you're
the harmonics
Would you really do your Plankton in front of the Plankton?
Well, there have been moments, famously...
That takes guts.
There have been SNL actors who have been, like, for example, doing presidents, like...
but they suck.
Everyone in SNL sucks?
Well, wait a minute. They're all wonderful. What I mean is...
we are full of vim and vigor this morning.
I'm not gonna get hired ever. I don't know, I feel like they're doing a parody, but it's on purpose that it's a parody, versus we're trying to get as close as we can to these voices.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
Ben Stiller, Tom Cruise, they've had their moments.
No, yeah, you're right, you're right.
Dana Carvey, President Poppy Bush.
Yep.
Bill Clinton, Phil Hartman.
Okay, wait, we got notes here, so...
Hello, notes.
Yep, hi, all mommies are equal. Yes, they are, dagnabbit. Brothers sound like him, too. Oh, okay. And Spicy Sean says you should listen to Flagman. All right. I like that.
All right. Well, we promised SpongeBob with coffee.
Yep.
I've got my coffee.
Hey, Sky.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Dr. Imler. Thank you for being here. Where is everybody? Okay, where is everybody today?
Yep. Where you coming in from?
Where you at?
What brings you here to 10 a.m. Pacific time and whatever time it is in your zone? So meanwhile, let's flip over to the canvas.
Bridge is here. Hey, Bridge. And hey, Jeremy. So you had a question about wouldn't Louise be Plankton? All the main characters have been revealed on Movie Boy's profile page. So go there and you can take a peek to see a
lot of the reveals,
including who is Louise.
Yep.
You'll see the 5 main family characters in that first opening scene. So go take a peek around because we could talk all day about shouldn't this be so and so? No, it's such and such. Shouldn't it be so and so? No, it's such and such. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Also, social media being as weird as it is, where on TikTok we have millions of views and thousands of followers and videos that have hundreds of thousands of views. YouTube, hello YouTube people, by the way. Let's see if anyone's chatting in from YouTube yet.
Rockford, Illinois, how you doing?
Hey!
Yep.
But on YouTube, it's a much lower numbers. We are struggling to get past 2,000 subscribers. I think that
if you care,
yes.
sign up on YouTube.
Well,
too,
YouTube will be where the final episode comes out because it's too long and too horizontal for easy TikTok consumption.
Do you think YouTube's becoming the next Facebook? Like, only the grandpas go there?
Oh, eventually it'll switch. Yeah, all the millennials who talk about that and the Gen Zers are primarily on TikTok. And then, some new thing will come out. I don't think it'll be Threads, but some new thing will come out and people go like, you go on TikTok? Are you crazy?
Hey, 1204 Bridges coming from their bed. I love it. Hey! Bed. Okay, so Perlita wants to know why he got two mouths. Do tell.
Well, this is the upshot of this one. I made a joke about this on Instagram. Is that we're building a lot of characters. So if you can reuse any element, because within a TV show, if a character's mouth looks one way, I mean, the characters in Bob's Burgers, a lot of their mouths don't look that remarkably different. SpongeBob is a totally different game, where Gary's mouth, SpongeBob's mouth, the teeth, the eye stalks, Crab's mouth.
Eye stalks.
So all that is just to say that where I started with Teddy here, and I'll be doing the same with Mermaid Man, is I made this teaser a while back, playing off an episode of SpongeBob to celebrate getting 1 million views on TikTok. We did an episode playing off of the rare Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy trading card that Patrick stumbles across, although SpongeBob spent his entire paycheck trying to get it. We do this. This was a one-off. This was not meant to be anything more than what I needed to have their animation match what Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy did in the original. Well, then I thought, okay, is there anything from this I can bring in and redo to actually build Teddy? Now, the unfortunate thing is this is only one angle. And Teddy here in this one, if we play this out, so that, what?
I don't know where to put my hands to show. Wait.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! There you go. Ta-da!
Or for TikTok, just like up here. Ta-da!
Yeah!
So, but, as you can see, we had some very exaggerated movements and stuff like that. He turns a little bit here because he sees the shark coming in. If we go to the actual scene here and turn back on the shark. And turn back on the mask.
Hey, bestie, slay 100%. You're back and we love it. Yes, we do. Yep.
So we've got this instant, but I mean, obviously we
should know which episode numbers exactly. What episode number is this from, Tom? Should I go look it up?
I forget. And if you guys know offhand,
if you're super awesome, super fan, and you go,
it's a few seasons. I want to say it's like for the 4th or 5th season in. I had to do this research back when I was, looking at the original.
We gotta start doing. Oh my gosh, we need to come up with some super trivia and have a contest, and whoever gets the most trivia answers right gets some kind of prize. Come on, we have to do it. It'll be like deep cut.
That means that we have to make a prize.
Like, okay, I'm going to do just one. There's no prize today because we haven't figured out the prize. But, for instance, is anyone here who knows Tina's middle name? Who can tell me Tina Belcher's middle name? I keep looking at the wrong camera. It's going to happen.
Green dot.
Hey, everybody! Yeah. If you know Tina Belcher's middle name without Googling, no cheating, just off the top of your head. Roblox guess, yes, it takes a long time to animate an episode.
Yeah.
Especially if there's only one person doing the drawing. I love to draw, but I am not qualified to be drawing on this. So I'm doing voices, I'm doing music, I help with the script, everything else. But this young man right here has to do all the drawing by himself.
Yep. And the upshot is that you, whenever possible, you don't want to have to redo it all over again, So I brought some of the pieces in. Obviously, when he's just standing here, that's a very neutral pose. So I copy a bunch of it over and bring it over into where I'm building the rig.
Yeah.
And
what's a rig?
The rig. I showed the rig at the moment, but I want to make sure if I've got the template layer on here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, Teddy.
Oh, Teddy.
Oh, Teddy.
So it starts off with a sketch. This was a sketch I did in Procreate. And the idea is you want to show how he will look from different angles. Now, this one is only the light pencil sketch
me
of
his
him.
butt.
Show his butt.
Okay, wait. Tommy says play Dixon Cider by Smosh. It's a good song. Noted. We will look into that, Tommy. Also, Rainbow says, "Oh my God, what?" I know, right? Like, what the heck? It's sort of like, I guess, like when people discovered chocolate and peanut butter taste good together. It's like SpongeBob, Bob's Burgers. What? Why hasn't someone thought of this sooner? What the heck? I mean, it just makes too much sense. So.
Yep.
Right? Nonsense or mom sense?
Oh, jeez. Really? Huh?
Come on, Bob. You love it.
So, and now what's funny is that in this sketch, you can actually see that when it came to bringing in Mermaid Man elements to Teddy, the roundness, the general shape, the slouchiness of it, the buckle, the Mermaid Man, the M buckle is now a T for Teddy, and the stubble and the hat is still there from Teddy. But after a while, I realized that if you're only showing him from like the chest up, which he'll be in a lot of the shots.
Bye, Bridge. Come back later. We love ya. Bye. Okay.
The unfortunate thing is that it still doesn't quite scream Mermaid Man, because if we're taking away his whole Aquaman outfit, if we take away his slippers, and if you can't see his belt, what does that leave? And so what I ended up making an executive decision on was that starfish.
Yeah.
That's his mask to hide his identity. Is an important element, and that had to carry over. So one of the things I got to remember to do when I'm working on this is to remember I got to put the star back on.
Yep.
Which I did, because I cannibalized from the other one. But the upshot is that ultimately, so this is his body that I'm working on, and I had to start drawing it from.
That's
from
so creepy.
I know.
They should do just all sorts. I'm sure they've done it. But it's just these horrible moments where the character's like, "Help me! Finish my butt, please! I can't poop."
And that's right. In this one, I've got to move his legs in front for the most part, because they come out of the front, and then you've got to do parts where obviously one of his legs can't be in front of him here, and I'll work on that. And then working on the head. So as we drill now into the head.
Drill. Like a lobotomy.
So now we are in the head layer, and neither YouTube nor TikTok can really see it. But now we break down into the whole things of the head, the hat, the eyes, the eyebrows, the pupils, the nose, the mouth, and so we get down to the original question that started us off with: why does he have two mouths? So a lot of this is just simply the mouth that was from that other animation.
A guideline, kind of.
Well, it's both a guideline, and the other problem is because. We talk often about how, last week it was about how the way the body morphs to bring the lips out sometimes or keep it here.
Right.
Means
Which, Gary, we're doing Gary and Louise, so it's Gluise.
Gluise.
Right? Louise is going to be the snail. So there's a lot of, and so that means she's meowing. She's not even going to be talking. So then how do you get as much animation in her body to get across what we all know Louise is saying? That's the brilliance of Louise. Sorry, I just want to make sure they have a background.
Exactly.
Please continue, Osa.
Oh, we have.
That's me saying hi. Hunter, my scrunkle joined. Hi, Hunter, my scrunkle. Yep.
The other element that makes Teddy particularly difficult when it comes down to just drawing the different mouth shapes is if you watch on Bob's Burgers, it's all about the stubble.
Yes.
It's all these tiny dots of stubble that move with his chin and his lips. If he's angry and his mouth is even bigger, all that stubble has to like scrunch into different places.
I didn't even pay attention. Now all I'm going to be looking at when I watch Bob's Burgers is Teddy's stubble.
Yep.
That's creepy.
Characters like Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, that drip of stuff that he has.
Yes, the slobber.
Right, but whether your character has slobber, big lips, Mr. Krabs, it's about whenever he really the time travel cops in Rick and Morty.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, you a smart snake now.
Exactly. But characters like that, if you want, and Mr. Krabs also does this to a limited degree, but normally you would think you just draw the mouth on top. Mouth opens. Maybe if the mouth gets really exaggerated, you have to draw extra lips to wrap around where that, because it goes beyond the length of the head. SpongeBob does this. Patrick does this. But for the time cops, when it opens its mouth, the mouth is so cavernous that what would be the head when its mouth was closed
becomes all mouth.
Is gone.
Yeah,
There's
it's all
air.
inside.
It's the background.
It's the background. That's right.
So you have to rebuild the rig for every variation on that.
That sounds
instead
horrible.
of just draw the mouth.
Why would you ever want to be an animator? That and stop motion, like the episode in Bob's Burgers when Louise decides to do stop motion and she's got Meat Man and she's like, and adjust and click and adjust, and Gene's like, I'm like Gene, I'm like, okay, I'm bored. Bye bye. I want to watch it. I want to watch it when it's done.
We just talked to a young teenage animator who does stop motion primarily with Lego, but also action figures and stuff, and the ability of what you can do with just your phone and inexpensive, if not for free, software and the patience. But the ability.
But everybody has a different level of patience for different. You have to be passionate about it, because I did ballet for years and I did it professionally. If you want to do how many tendus and plies, if y'all even know what those things are, every single day. Oh my god. Patience. But yeah, everyone has their own passion and have patience to do the passion.
So let's see. Let me move.
Patience, passion.
Move a couple things.
I have got to get that shoulder. Guys, my shoulders are so tight. I'm getting my shoulder massager. That sounds creepy, but it's pretty awesome. Actually, it does look creepy, but I'm getting it anyway. It's all happening.
There we go.
If you need anything, I'll be back.
For the moment, I am good. Thank you.
Be right back.
She'll be right back.
Gotta go.
She's got to go. So what we've got showing into the screen better now are all the little. Oh, great! We're getting commercials. Nothing like commercials on your streaming music. We've got all the different mouth shapes. We've got. Let me stretch out this timeline a bit so we can. Oop. One moment.
Yay. Whoop. Stay.
Technical difficulties as we work between 3 different screens here. Well, right now I'm just going to show, and I've shown this to folks before, but this is.
Hooray! I prefer paper and pencil. I'm just now getting to try Procreate. Lily, we feel you.
Yep.
No, I'm the same. I feel nothing beats paper and pencil. I'm trying Toon Squid now, and Procreate is so much fun.
Yep.
Because now those, your iPad pen, they've gotten all those different things. You really feel like you're using the edge of your pencil, the side of it, the shading. Yep. It's pretty cool, man.
We So what we have here are all these different mouth shapes for Teddy's mouth. I don't know why the notes repeat so often here. I gotta get rid of that.
Dude, this is so good.
The massage. We can now watch her self therapy.
Oh my god. So many knots.
So the idea here is that we have to recreate. So I have to create a stubble layer. So if I turn off everything but the stubble. Yep. So let's bring him in a little bit here. So a layer of just the stubble working out of the way. So if we just get the mouth.
Wow. Now I'm watching stubble. Who knew?
So this is the original mouth from the Mermaid Man Barnacle Boy million views animation. Oh, the poll is already up. We have 000. Let's move.
Okay, I got to time it better.
Because it's only a 5-minute poll.
I'll do a new one.
Okay, so I'll just get rid of this one. Delete poll.
Thank you. It's because they're like, how long? Duration.
Let's go for 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
So, we have all these mouth shapes of at least him when he's talking at the end of that animation is a good place to just, bring stuff over. However, because this was a one-off, I didn't do this the right way.
Uh-oh.
I did this the fast because we wanted to get that video up on TikTok.
Way.
We did it the Mabel way. No, the Mabel way is a good way. We just didn't bring shoulder pads or dress the pig up in a 9-to-5 suit. So what I mean by I didn't quite do this the right way is that instead of the tongue being drawn fully on one layer and the teeth on one layer and the back of the mouth on one layer, the mouth is all one layer, which works great. If you just need your character to quickly do something and you don't have the time and you just want it to be a one-off, yeah, this is the way to do it. Just draw the mouth, draw the teeth, everything else. But if I now want to bring him in for the full episode, where Teddy has a lot of lines when he and Mort come in.
Oh yeah.
He's got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, and then of course the whole evil and everything else. I need his mouth to be a little bit more flexible, so that I don't.
A little more mouthy, eh?
A little more mouthy,
Uh-huh.
and the stubble as well. So part of it is to bring in that mouth, put it on top. But unfortunately, I already have from previous characters mouths already drawn out. So yeah, so if we turn off the layers that I brought in, the hope is that maybe some of these mouth shapes are identical to what Teddy or Mermaid Man actually does, and if I can use those already have the teeth, the tongue, the mouth, maybe with modifications and of course stubble.
All right, it's time for a song.
It's time for a song.
Yeah, otherwise I get bored really fast because this is very technical. So let's do the Tina song. When Jimmy Jr. comes as the most magical of non-magical creatures to try and ask her out to the dance. And he's in the horse costume.
The asthma song?
T is for the way you take
my breath away. I
is for the way I like it when you
take
my breath away. N is for no one else takes my breath away. And A is for asthma, which is a disease that takes your breath away. Oh my gosh, we gotta get one of those horse things. There's a name for it. It's a
pantomime horse.
Yeah, why do they call? But they call it a pantomime, don't they? Or
well, so in Britain, because and I would
weird.
Well, there's in America a lot of stuff will tie into vaudevillian stuff, and so I wouldn't be surprised if in Britain pantomime was just something to call the people in costumes.
They just call it a pantomime, because what's her name? Who's the Kate Beckinsale? So get this, you guys. I saw Kate Beckinsale. If you know who that is. Every time she goes on a film shoot, wherever she goes, she takes her pantomime horse with her, and she tries to get people to do it with her. Can you imagine Kate Beckinsale? I'm sorry.
Do they get to be in the? Do they have to do the rear?
That's what I wonder. I think they asked which one does she do the rear. I think it's a Graham Norton episode. But I mean, if she came up to you and was like, "Would you care to do the pantomime with me?" I'd be like, "Oh, you're amazing!" Like, either way, like, how can she be so trustworthy? I guess she has to do it with people she trusts and likes. But like,
so what's your concern of like why people wouldn't do it, or?
She's just really pretty and amazing and awesome. Like, I'd be like, do I hold your hips or are you gonna hold mine? And then you're like, Kate Beckinsale's holding my hips.
I photographed her a couple times.
I would be like the most messed up horse. I'm sitting here going.
I'm trying to think where I've briefly met her on which thing, because.
I'm sorry. When you say met her, do you mean you went up and shook her hand
no.
I'm Tom Sorensen, or you were shooting from across the carpet?
No.
And made eye contact.
No. I want to say I had a very brief, because we were just telling someone this yesterday. On red carpets you have the occasional log jam moment, where, because the reason why they call the red carpets and the big thing with the logos behind a step and repeat is because if you're arriving on the red carpet. Yeah.
You take photos.
Yeah.
Then you scoot over.
Yeah, that's
and repeat.
Watch out, you're pulling your cord.
I'll do what I want.
Okay.
And repeat again.
Yeah.
And then you step again.
Yep. And you do it for this group of photographers. You do it for that group of photographers, and then usually after you're done with us still photographers, you move on to the video people, and you do the interviews for Entertainment Tonight or Yahoo or Access Hollywood.
All the Yahoos.
Or all the Yahoos, unless it's one of those big events, and they make sure that the moment you arrive, although they've changed this now, so the way, because I did red carpet for like 10 years, it used to be you would pull up in your vehicle, whether it's a town car, limousine, SUV, whatever, clown car, and you get out. There's usually a photographer right there who's one of the roamers. And
they're one of the turds who always get the bad. Like, did you know Princess Diana always held her purse to her chest, and she always looked classy, but it was so that she would cover her cleavage, because they were always trying to like. Get her bits, her naughty bits. She's trying to get out of the car.
Oh, yeah.
That's so messed up. How would you like to be that photographer?
You could tell Lindsay Lohan, a number of others who could be more scandalous in what they were wearing in the first place. big surprise when the paparazzi, when the vehicle would pull up and she's getting out. Oh, what a surprise! The photographers are down on their knees.
They should just put like big monster cartoon mouth, like some kind of weird monster thing under their skirt, and then when they get out, it's like rah. That'd be awesome.
If it detects a flash,
or if it was like a llama head and they like spits at them.
What are people saying about where our conversation has gone?
There's none. There's 3 people here. What's up, guys? I'm happy.
How are we doing?
They know what they're in for.
Yeah. How are we doing for likes and visits and stuff so far?
I don't know. Where do I look?
Top corner.
That says 1.1 thousand likes.
All right, cool.
Is that good?
It ain't bad.
Okay.
We'll take it. Thousand people coming by and just going like and then moving on with their day. Hey, works for us.
Yep. What do we get? A cookie?
We don't. We get nothing.
Yeah.
We get nothing but you adoring fans coming in and
self-fulfillment, because that's what the likes are about, right? Validation.
Yes.
Like me.
Why don't you like me? Show that you. Yeah, that's what we need. We need plankton.
Yeah.
When we get into the final push in August.
Yes.
It's basically like in 5 days, but doing like the moments in the original SpongeBob movie where he's got the head controls and all like that. So like, go see SpongeBob's Burgers.
Yes. Okay, I like that.
There we go.
Okay, we gotta write this down. Hold on.
Always be recording.
Hold on. Okay.
Funny enough, we are recording.
This thing doing my shoulder. I look like some funky. Look. I look like a funky hunchback. Hey, everybody.
You look like you're wrestling with like a otter or something.
How's it going, little
just like you're getting a reassuring hug from like an otter or something that's just reached up going, there.
Oh, there you. Okay, so far we have ideas.
Just all her files are called ideas. New ideas. Better ideas. What was that idea?
Plankton threatens people.
Do it now!
See the show. That's good.
No, that was I went down. It's like he's Mr. Lawrence, the guy who apparently I look just like. He would do it a little differently.
You're my best man, so you're cuter because it's my job to say that.
Well, you had me in the first part of the verse, not so much at the tail end. I'd workshop those lyrics.
You are cuter. That's my opinion.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Sticking with it. Now we're down to 2.
We sung so much.
We're like the thing where Jimmy Pesto's gonna run for president or whatever, school council, and it's like your approval rating was here. Now, no, I'm mixing it up with Gravity Falls.
You're doing when Grunkle Stan was running for mayor and Jimmy Jr. running for class president.
It's like, see, it's all connected.
We've seen so much animation. For us, it's all one mashup.
It's true. It's very true.
And in point of fact, you'll see why even more because for those of you guys who've come in and listened to us on occasion, we accidentally let loose with one of our top secret things that
I'm Mermaid Bree.
We don't tease. We don't. We are saving so many extra Easter eggs and surprises and freeze frame.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
If you are a fan of animation, especially Fanimation, especially animation,
sorry, I need to shower.
From the 2000s and the 2010s. Especially from Cartoon Network and Disney XD and Nickelodeon and stuff like that, there will be lots of little pieces brought in. And believe it or not, when you guys go after me later and go, wait a second, what was the logic of how did this happen?
Let's go after him.
Yeah, well,
later.
We live in an age where YouTube in particular is loaded to the gills with people who say, well, in episode 8 of Star Wars, when they actually did this, if you actually went back to the book that it was based off of in here, actually, this character did this and didn't do that.
Actually? Gee.
Yeah, big surprise.
I don't know what that feels like, living with you.
In nerd metaculture.
Actually. Yes. He actuallys me all the time, and it's, I'm just gonna, one of these days, how does Fraser put it? One of these days, I'm gonna get one where you're gonna say something wrong, and I'm gonna land on you like a sumo wrestler.
Natalie Portman is a great ballerina in that movie Black Swan.
Actually.
See, we all have, just like
No,
Harry and
I
Tina.
want to be one where you're feeling confident.
We all have
in
our
your
dork
presumption,
moments.
and I'm gonna just let her rip.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna let her rip, and then
Yes.
you're gonna tell me the actually.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
I am proud of my farts. Okay, so where were we?
Yeah, you can see I've got Mr. Krabs here on the quarter turn. That will not work.
Wait a minute!
At
Oh
all.
my God, that's wonderful. Keep it. What's happening here? It's a horror show.
Yes. All of a sudden, Mermaid Man will be talking out of the side of his head.
Bye, Lily Rose. Thank you for stopping in. Have a good day. We'll see you again.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, how we doing? We are 30 minutes into hour one. We're at the bottom of the hour, as they say on the radio.
Bottom of the hour.
Bottom of the hour. That's when you usually have to do your station identification.
Hey, all right. Hey, Melonberry, you're back. What's up? How's Saudi Arabia? How are things going out there?
Yeah, I forget
What's the weather like? Because I understand it is a desert kind of place. Yes, so hot.
It is a little more arid. Yes.
Is it arid or is it humid?
I'm thinking more arid, but it probably very much depends on how close to the oceans and what the oceans do.
All right, where's the globe? Aha!
Well, okay.
I'll do what I want.
Just
Let it happen.
I'm waiting for the moment where suddenly, like, I turn around and you're tangled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yemen
Yeah.
is near the Gulf of Aden, and Oman is got the Arabian Sea. Wow, they got all kinds of water. Red Sea, Persian Gulf.
Yeah.
Wow, y'all go. Okay, I gotta know. Do y'all go to the beach a lot? I mean, is it a beachy kind of town? Okay, Melonberry says not humid at all. I'm in the capital. Is it Riyadh? Did I say it right? Riyadh, I hope. In the middle of the city. Arabian Gulf, not Persian Gulf. See, this is an older globe, so it might have the wrong phrase.
Yep. She found this when helping out a friend clear out the garage. Yeah.
But so thank you for correcting that. I love that. We'll start just putting a marker. XX.
Exactly. I mean that unfortunately, in today's, well, I don't think there's ever been really a time where somewhere on the globe the name, the labels, the boundaries.
Oh, so the Arabian Sea is now also the Arabian Gulf. Okay, cool.
Dun, da, da. We've moved on to the geography portion of the show.
Well, this is fun.
Well, hell yeah. Hey, look.
Oh, I see Riyadh, which I'm probably saying it wrong.
No,
Maybe it's Riyadh?
no, all right, maybe totally different.
Well, and is it Riyadh or is it Riyadh?
Well, I usually don't hear with the.
This show is all about white people saying things terribly.
No. Unfortunately, a lot of it still comes down to how you'll hear it, like on the NBC Nightly News or CNN. Even though, as anyone else who's not an American knows, our pronunciation of, I mean, look, we're just to let you guys know that it's not something select to countries of Eurasia or the Pacific. We mess up so horribly as white people that we live in Los Angeles. And of course, Los Angeles, by the very name of it, is a lot of Spanish names, a lot of Spanish towns, a lot of Spanish-speaking people. Yeah. And we both are, I'm getting...
Spanish towns.
Well, but we don't say Sepulveda for the name of the street that goes through. We say Sepulveda. There's actually, what's funny is that there's actually a Monticello is I want to say it's Spanish.
I thought that was Italian. Monticello.
Well, all right, it might be. Like but let's just put it this way: a lot of, despite the fact of a large Latino community and everything else, there's so many locations in Los Angeles and Southern California that are horribly mispronounced.
The worst is when white people say Cali Mayor. I'm like, you farts.
That is. Yep. We have.
We're going to Cali Mayor.
We have a school. We call Cali Mayor. They'll,
that's right. It's even worse. Cali Mayor.
Cali Mayor.
They didn't even say Mayor. They just say Cali Mayor.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, you.
All the students, all the thing, it's on a road that goes on through it. Everyone calls it Cali Mayor.
It's Calle Mayor.
It is Calle Mayor.
Fucking dorks.
So everything we mispronounce is Unfortunately,
Well, it's an opinion, but whatever.
well,
There comes a point when it's like, no.
a lot of the history just comes to a point where someone, I'm sure at some point in the early days of any of these, corrected and then whatever.
It's called whoever has the money and the power.
Exactly. It's just like,
we all know
I'm sorry,
who
from
those
now
people
on,
are.
we're calling it this.
Yeah.
So now that we've gone into the political
geography?
No, there's actually a term for that merges.
Political-social?
No, geographical and political, but it's not.
Geopolitical.
Thank you. Dun dun dun. Now that we've gone through the geopolitical part of the show,
I feel smart.
back to the animation.
Hi, Alex. 1, 2, 3. Heart.
Hello.
Heart, glow. What is that? A globe? No, that's a thingy.
So we're right back to where we were with other characters. Yes.
Jellyfish, I think.
We need to work on the teeth here, and the thing that I have to double check is when Teddy talks and when Mermaid Man talks, how do they do their teeth? Because they don't do it the same from character to character. Yes.
There's a head of some dude named James Cook in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean. Why?
Well, my guess is a lot of these come back to either explorers who discovered the various spots.
You could have a ocean. We need to make a globe where it's all erasable. So you can just keep on like, nope, you are a jerk. I'm getting rid of you.
You are a jerk?
We're going to like...
Look, I don't know if James Cook was necessarily a jerk, but, there's always... let's not make assumptions on top of assumptions.
Yay, assumptions!
All right, so... For example, whenever I go back to reference, I've been referring to this clip from Bob's Burgers to make sure that from behind how Teddy's hat will look. But also, when Teddy talks, how often do we see his teeth? And as you can see here, you don't see his teeth at all. And same with Gretchen. A lot of the Bob's Burgers characters will speak, and you'll rarely see even their top teeth show up unless it's like a goofy smile or whatever it is.
Goofy.
Yeah, I haven't seen teeth once in all this conversation.
Oh, you're right.
Yep. And
wow.
and that's one of the things you notice. Okay, so this is how it's done.
Man,
there.
you said now I can't unsee this stuff, man. That's so creepy.
So now I'm going to go out into my reference files. I will do all kinds of studies here.
I'm going to go into my reference files. See, I can do reference stuff.
Let's see if I can find when I did Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Underrated moments, scavenger. I may not have much, except for when I was doing the cards. So let's open up.
Okay, while you do that, hey, anyone who's still in here, what is your favorite song from either of these shows? Do you have one? Do you sing along? Do you sing in your shower? All of these questions and more. Here's my.
These are what, important questions? Not important questions. These are legitimate questions.
Sure, they are legitimate questions.
Yeah,
I sing in my shower. As Linda says, "Wow, I sound way better in the shower."
And no one sounds good in the shower.
No one sounds good in the shower.
No, I was doing question from Zeus.
Oh, these are legitimate questions.
Yeah,
these are legitimate. Am I a baby? Am I a question? No, am I a man? Or am I a baby? These are legitimate questions.
Yeah,
I forget something like that.
Something like that.
Because she says something like, "The horrible question, baby."
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Question, baby.
See, now, unfortunately, the videos I gotta look at. Oh, actually, wait. I've got another resource that I could potentially use here. So if we go over to Bridge, so I've grabbed a lot of snapshots.
Snapshots. What's a snack shot?
Snapshot.
Get
Snapshots.
a snacky.
Of the characters so that I can use as reference, because as I've said before, always refer back to your reference.
Always be referencing.
Always be referencing. So the idea here is
he gets ideas.
I get ideas. So yeah, Teddy is talking, but we don't see the teeth. Now I know part of it is because these are senior citizen characters.
Yep.
But
what is officially a senior citizen? Is it when you go to ARP? Or is it when you retire?
Well,
that's a legitimate question.
In America, it's usually like once you retire.
In America, it's 30.
In America, it's 30?
Yep, senior citizen time.
So we're just looking through here various shots just to see if we ever see Mermaid Man's teeth. And thus far,
No teeth?
no teeth.
Wow, but he's got teeth.
Yeah.
Barnacle Boy has lots of.
Yeah, Barnacle. So that's something to watch for when we work on him. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, but another shot, and mouth isn't even open, so that's no good. Yeah, it may turn out that the curiosity then comes down to, those same two teeth appeared a lot with Barnacle Boy. So we'll emulate that in Mort. But I'm gonna have to watch some. Video with Mermaid Man just to make sure. Like, for example, when there are syllables like F and V.
F is for fun.
Yep. So when I will have to watch an episode with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy and try and figure out what Mermaid Man does. Does he just gum it? Does he just bring his lips together and go for which means more work for later. So maybe I just need to focus on things other than the mouth right now.
Move on to his butt.
Move on to his butt?
Yeah.
Well.
All right, so let's see who we got. So there's 3 people in the room. Very exciting. We love our tried and true 3. It goes up to like 100, then it's like, and 3. 50.
Yep.
And 7.
And 7.
Yeah.
All right, so we go back to the body, and we leave the head behind. We go to the body.
To the body.
And we start, now we get that creepy thing where we've got just the floating body here.
Floaty Bear says.
The Floaty Bear says. What did we have the Floaty Bear say?
That was, I don't even remember what he ended up saying.
That was Scrawl, but yeah, Floaty, yeah, because it was something obviously tied, of games like Pictionary and Scrawl. In our family, we are devastatingly, when we get to the place where we're totally lost and we have no idea what is trying to be, what the clue is, or how to interpret it, we will just go off the deep end with the most ridiculous thing just to get everyone to laugh.
Yep, more fun to laugh.
Yep. All right, so that means if we're working on his butt,
that's just silly.
So that means
night.
No fall asleep. It's only 10:42.
Night.
Do you need more coffee? Do you already have more coffee?
I'm trying.
All right. Oh, wait, our music went off because it was playing another commercial. So yeah, nothing like lo-fi chill music to really get the party started.
Night.
And then we began to drift off. Could you imagine us trying to do like a 24-hour marathon live stream?
Bad things happen in the bathroom. I'm gonna take the screen and try not to poo on you.
Well.
Can't even see me with my pants down. It's terrible.
All right, so the first things I got to do is I got to set up the angle of the template.
Love it.
Then I match it. So see, now you can see he's facing the other way. Now, in this rare instance, there's not much difference between what we see in his butt, in his shirt, in his belt. We don't see the buckle. There are no, what side of the shirt the buttons are on. So in
That's like the dirty bubble, but with pants.
Pretty much. So what we can do is we can copy these frames and then just simply paste these frames, and then what we'll do is we'll just go and flip them.
Flip.
So it looks like I need to
flip, hop, and you don't stop.
Move them into place. These blank frames need to be removed, and voila! We have him facing that way. We have his butt facing that way.
That's a little meme. Just Come on, Teddy.
Yeah, shake it, Teddy. Well, he has that episode where he tries to learn to dance from Linda.
Teddy, you can dance now. It's time out you leave.
Exactly.
I want you to leave now. Get out of my store.
All right, so now we have the profile here. This one also can be pretty much the same.
Except the buttons on his shirt will have to be removed because, wait, the buttons on his shirt are on.
Because it's naughty.
Because it's naughty. Oh, actually the buttons will be proper. It's one of those things where you look at enough photos and then you realize you've been putting the buttons on the wrong side of his shirt. But in this case,
what have I been doing with my life?
Exactly.
Buttons.
These are all the goofball things you have to realize once you try to build a character in being able to go 360.
Or you don't have to realize it and it'll look horrible.
Oh, so funny.
Funny looking.
Whoa. Oh, really?
That's what my brother said.
Yep.
Evil brothers. Alright, back for more massage time because I want it.
So when I go to this profile shot,
okay.
I need to get rid of these buttons because they're not on this side. So,
bye-bye buttons.
Bye-bye buttons. But when he's on this side, they will be there.
Button?
But, who's got the butt? All right, but I got to make sure this is actually... But. Yeah, I was thinking that too with Always Sunny.
But.
Going back to the Teddy rig,
We're big Always Sunny fans.
Uh-huh.
Dayman. Fighter of the night man. Champion of the sun. He's a champion of karate and friendship for everyone. Dayman. Fighter of the night man. Champion of the sun. He's a champion of... Wait. He's a champion of karate and friendship for everyone.
It's been a while since we sung that one,
Dayman.
so...
Freeze frame. Don't say freeze frame, just freeze.
Alright, so now we need to get to the 3/4 facing stage left.
Look, you wanted more singing. You got it.
Yeah, you want more singing? Who doesn't want more singing? Alright, copy these frames. Go to the 3/4 shot.
Hi, Maddie. Thanks for coming by.
Paste these frames.
Pasty frames.
Pasty frames. Tasty freeze, pasty frames.
I like that.
We're going to flip them. We're going to get them into place. And, as before mentioned...
Buttons.
The buttons on Teddy's shirt have to be on his stage right side.
Never did I think I would be looking so closely at Teddy's tummy.
Well, let's see. You've been looking at Teddy's tummy, his belt, his buttons, his stubble.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yep.
It's a lot because I can almost smell them. You know.
The any artist will tell you, especially if they've been working on a show long enough that, I mean, you are so locked into like knowing the exact hexadecimal of a certain color or
hexadecimal.
Yeah, well, it's a hexadecimal is a 6-digit code.
Oh, the F30029.
Yeah, or 00000 being all black on websites and stuff.
Okay.
Which actually it's actually minorly helpful because for artists in Photoshop and everything else, you're either working in RGB or you're working in CMYK.
Huh.
And a lot of times trying to remember, wait a second, let's see, if I made it for the web in this color of RGB, what does that translate to here? So a hexadecimal, you just copy and paste.
Oh, okay, and it's universal.
Yes.
That's good.
Now we could get into a whole gamut.
A gamut?
Yeah, there's things called color gamuts, limitations.
Instead of runs the gamut, it's a limited gamut.
It's what they call a color gamut, and the idea is that. They talk about it even in things like newer TVs, being able to show richer blacks or better whites or more saturated colors.
Yeah.
It's all about what that TV, that monitor, that video, or what it used to be for print, what the newspaper press could put out. And there are certain colors when you do them in 4-color printing, you cannot do. And those are usually like the very neon greens and pinks. You think, oh, easy. But the inks can't mix to get that neon-y yellow. And that's why you end up with all kinds of really crazy stuff with Pantone and True Tone. And
That's why
Geico
never advertises in newspapers, because Gordon Gekko
he's not that neon.
Be in it.
All right. Well, now If we... So we have... Whoop, what happened here? Oh.
What happened here?
We suddenly lost a bit of his outfit, so we'll just extend those frames out. There we go. So now we have, at the very least, Teddy's body facing the majority of the directions.
Progress!
Now the problem is that if he rotates, if Teddy is standing up and moves, you see this, da 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 da, and that's a little too jarring. I'm also noticing an issue with one of the belt loops, so we'll have to deal with that.
Bad belt loop.
Yeah, bad belt loop.
Naughty belt loop.
But that's not very smooth for animation. You know, it might be okay for YouTube, but normally you would have
Do you
more.
have anybody on YouTube? Hello, YouTube.
Oh, Taylor. Oh God, we've been
Bad Tommy.
we've been playing so much with
Ha 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 ha! Every week
We
somebody
do-
comes on that we missed. Look, they're like, forget it. Forget it. I give up.
Yep. It's even though we have it on two different screens, but because commercial breaks come up in our
Yeah, you wanna
Twitch
avoid
safe music, the chat window keeps getting buried, and on this screen, the chat, heaven forbid it be at the top of the screen. No, it's down here at this very bottom corner behind the phone that's recording. Because here's the phone. Hello.
How dare they?
So, yeah, sorry Taylor, if you're assuming you're still out. Although there's been no one behind for a while, and it doesn't have timestamps, so I have no idea whether Taylor left this 30 seconds ago or 30 minutes ago. Oh well. It's still a very imperfect process here.
Woo!
What do you think I brought her in for? If I
I'm helping.
yeah, if she wasn't here for moderation, I'd be missing out on 99% of this
I'm
stuff.
not gonna lie, I'm ready to go back to bed. Wait, someone's back. No, it's a chat rate, and it was you.
And
Come watch older folks navigate live streaming.
hey, we're doing dual live stream without a stream key,
And we're tired.
and we're tired. It's Sunday morning,
Let me tell you.
and we're animating, and we're moderating, and we're bringing out the globe.
What? Yep. Hi, Globe. You're good, Globey. Need some cleaning.
How much sleep did you get last night? Were you up?
No, I don't know. I just want more.
Okay.
I like sleeping. Sleeping is so fun. Like a cat.
All right. So we have at least Teddy's body primarily drawn in.
That's awesome, dude.
And then we go back to the rig and we look at the next thing that we've got to work on. So one of the things I've got to work on are his arms. And what's funny is that I brought.
Now, see, look, this is what they're seeing. You see that, right? This is all they can see. It's just his rump.
Well, no, but that's on because the phones here are seeing that.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, tell you what, we'll bring.
My iPad is only seeing a little of the goodness.
Then we can do this, and bring it down a little bit more.
Yeah.
That better?
Well, yeah, there we go. Yes, now I can see. Hooray!
Sorry
That's what
for-
I'm here for.
It really is unfortunate that part of today's live stream or any kind of video culture has to deal with the fact that I'm shooting on a little iPhone SE. We're moderating on an iPad. Mm-hmm. We're trying to see also how it looks on YouTube in widescreen, and we're trying to see and deal with all the possibilities of what if you're watching it on an iPhone 14 Max that is like actually taller. Are you just seeing a bunch of blank spots? Does it zoom in and crop in from the side so that George's head is cut off the whole time?
Maybe that's a good thing.
These, yeah.
These are legitimate questions.
These are legitimate questions. Are you house shopping?
Yes!
Are you taking a break?
Don't tell anybody. Shh. No, I'm just trying. I want to go to sleep.
No sleepy. No sleepy.
Melonberry, I love that you're saying you have no friends. My mom would be like, my mom would be so mean. My mom would be like, aw, go out and make some. Buck up. And that's terrible. That's bad parenting. But we're kind of each other's best friend. I mean, like, we have friends, but in LA, like, the only time you see your friends usually is if you have something that you have to get done together. Otherwise, you're like, I really want to have to drive through the 405 traffic to say hello to that friend. So yeah, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, sweetheart.
Let's see. All right. So these are placeholder objects, shoulder and hand. So now I need to start applying some of the things we've got from our Teddy.
Looks like one of those sticky hands.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Yep. Well, Hansy. What do we call it?
Thanks, Hansy.
Yeah, we did the Hansy video.
Yep.
Back in our
That sounds so really wrong, but yes.
our crazy days with working with a former Mattel designer
Yeah.
on business plans
Who
and.
then became a Fox grandpa. Oh my god. Like, look, we love you, but no more.
No more sending us stuff about how everything Trump does is wonderful.
Yes, no thank you.
All right, so we go into this arm that I took from the earlier animation. I'm just going to copy it, and we're going to go into the shoulder. And we're just going to call this sleeve, because actually the top part is going to be all one part. He's got kind of the old-fashioned
Noodle arm?
noodle arms, yeah,
Yeah.
rubber hose, they would call it in early
Oh, rubber
animation.
hose? That's cool.
So we get rid of this, and in place we paste this arm.
Wow.
Let's bring it up. Now, because this is supposed to be just his sleeve, we're going to get rid of, and I did this in a different way previously, so it's a little more. I did it.
Down, down, down.
Turn on the eraser.
Erase, I say.
Yep. Now, when I double click on all this, actually, let's bring out the lasso tool. Let's get rid of all this. You adjust your style as you start to get more familiar with tools, but that means sometimes when you go back to how you used to do it, it doesn't work well anymore.
No worky.
So I gotta zoom in. And it leaves this rough edge. It's one of the reasons why I do my brush work a little differently now.
What? Oh.
Well, see, look how jagged this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And there's just, I could go down a laundry list of items that, because I've been using Adobe software since 1990.
Since the dawn of
Since
time.
since the first version of Illustrator 88.
Wow.
Back when it was on little floppy disks. And you just get used to your drawing in vector in Illustrator. It's always been vector. And you learn different ways to approach how to draw a line, how to draw a curve, how to do this. So eventually, Adobe, I think Flash originally was it was Macromedia. Adobe buys it, and then over the years you realize that what you do in Photoshop, Illustrator, Animate are so different. They come together and they say, okay, guys, we know you love the way you work,
Yeah,
but
let's make one thing to rule them all.
yeah,
right?
exactly. Let's make a tool palette that has the same tools across all of them. Let's have them organized in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's things I keep doing in Animate because I'm still fairly new. I've only been using Animate for the last few years. And there's things that you would think would just carry over from Illustrator,
Yeah.
and nope. There's all
Does not.
or the way they keep adding different forms of brushes in Animate, like a fluid brush and a regular brush, a pencil and a different kind of pencil. And they do such remarkably different things,
Yeah.
even though it's supposed to be a brush and a pen
Yeah.
and with when
Angry animators.
Angry
That's
animators.
what makes them. There needs to be a whole angry animators.
I mean, and look at this. Look at how this
That's not a
draws.
brush. Oh, that's kind of cool. It looks like use that for his. Oh.
But
what
that
the?
yeah. The last thing you would expect. But here's the deal. I can go in here and get at it more easily to make adjustments to do my cleanup work if I don't like it. If I really don't like it, I can actually get into the vector line in the middle of it and go, okay, I don't want this.
That's pretty cool.
And it can help straighten things. It can help adjust things. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If I go in with the same erase tool I was just using here and I get rid of this, look at that. A nice smooth thing is left behind. If I cut it in half, two smooth things.
Wow.
But I do the same thing here.
Ew.
Exactly. And these are, it's like, so.
No bueno.
No bueno. No bueno.
No me gusta.
No me encanta, no me gusta, no me...
Nothing.
nothing. Nunca.
Never.
Never me gusta. Nunca
Never
me
me gusta?
nunca me gusta.
Nunca me gusta.
Gra-
Damn.
Gracias.
Never heard that one.
Yes, as I begin to
Tom is learning Spanish
I-
on
I-
Duolingo.
I am still-
If you have any issues with his Spanish,
I'm only-
talk to
I'm-
Duolingo.
I have been successfully at it for almost 700 days straight. But yes, as I learn more and more about how the conjugation is far more complex than a English speaker would expect, I just got thwacked on it today because I can forget. I'm still trying to learn when you will actually say to me, I don't like, as opposed to just simply saying I don't like.
So I still don't get what they're doing with that, but whatever. That's it, you know. You're
So,
in it, you're learning.
So
you're
let's,
learning and growing.
Let's see if I can just do this with
Hello,
the brush tool.
Taiwan
Hello.
637. Hello.
All right, well this is better. Marginally.
Mejor.
Okay.
Better.
Mucho mejor.
Well, that's a lot better.
Well, yeah.
I don't
Well,
know. You tell me. I don't know what a line's supposed to look like.
Well,
looks good to me.
There we go. So we have an improvement, but see, I'm seeing a spot here that is totally messed up, and I was like, okay. Again, let's see. If I go here and I go to my color palette, and I also have what they call tagged swatches.
Tagged swatches.
You probably can't really see it. It's very small type, but I actually have color swatches for things like Teddy's shirt, Teddy's pants, Teddy's hat. And the great thing about creating a tagged swatch in Animate, one of the things I do like about Animate, and I know Harmony has this too, is that if you suddenly realize, as I did a week and a half ago, I realized that my color for Squidward's skin was slightly too dark and desaturated. Because I looked at a bunch of reference images and I went, why do these look like a brighter shade of tealish blue? But the problem is, imagine having to tell yourself you've done all these frames of Tina Squidward only then to realize the blue isn't quite right.
But can't you just pick one, like select all frames and change that color?
But then you would have to drill into the mouth, the tentacles, the legs, the head, the thing. So if all of them were connected to one tagged swatch, it is like the One Ring that controls them all. So if you go in and if you want, say you want something really goofy, like you have moments where a character in SpongeBob's world gets so angry their whole color shifts.
Yeah.
Well, you could just go in and just say make it all like angry red or a darker shade of whatever it is, and then just go back to your next scene, rechange it, and then all the way through.
That's really cool.
So there are moments where your life is kind of saved in place, but then you see something like this and it's like, well, that's not going to work.
Well, so much for that.
So much for that. All right, so that's smoother, but it's not bueno. And I've got this weird little thing here. Okay, that helps. Let's see if I can just do a... Nope. I gotta do this the hard way.
No, thank you.
Look at this tiny little thing that refuses to be.
I'm a tiny little thing.
I'm a tiny little thing.
Refuse to be good. I'll do what I want.
Come on.
Everyone's tired today. This is good.
Now I feel like Tina.
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna go pick up that black brush, see if I can. See if I can come in just enough to smoothen this out.
Smoothen.
Oh, not like that. I can't. Not like that. I can't.
No como eso, no tú puedes.
See, what I'm waiting for one of these days is to run into someone who's worked with Animate for years and years and years, and this is the problem oftentimes with any software is someone says, if you just hit this button and this button, totally fixes all that work. You didn't have to spend 10 minutes doing that. There's a reshape tool. There's a blank tool, but you have to hit like Option Command M and spin around twice on your tippy toes, and that brings up the tool. It's like thanks so much. All right, all that as we go into hour 2 here. We're back at the top of the hour.
Hey, Pumpkin's here. Hi, Pumpkin.
Hello, Pumpkin. And there's a thing I like about Teddy's sleeves, actually, that I need to put on this line.
Oh, that's the spot.
That
yes, keep going.
Is just, he usually will have like a little wrinkle in his rolled up sleeves. So Teddy, we finally have a shoulder. Now we got to come back to the larger arm. We need to, again, copy what was in this original layer. from the other animation. I'm actually going to turn this into a guide layer now so that it doesn't show up. Actually, I need it to show up for working. No, I don't. Now we need to work on the hand. Go into the placeholder hand. Get rid of the placeholder hand. And now I'm going to paste in place.
This is so amazing. Just so you know, even though I think what you're doing is amazing.
Oh, thank you. So now we have the hand, and I can see the same janky problems. I'm not going to spend all day trying to fix this. We're going to at least do it in large form. So I'm going to bring up my lasso tool. I'm going to hack this off. There's a part of me that sometimes looks at all the work it would take to clean up something from a previous animation that's just was done rough and ready, as they say in British Bake Off. And I may just choose to redraw it because I see problems here. This line is bad. This line is bad. Again, this was done really fast just to thank you TikTok fans for 1 million views on our first video, which still blows my mind. So I'm going to open up the eraser tool. And for the purposes of overlap, you know something? We're just gonna redo this one from scratch, so you guys can follow along as we go. We're gonna take this off. We're going to exit. We're going to paste it on a rough layer, and I gotta make sure my rough layer is also set to guide. And in this case, since I'm gonna be drawing on top of it, I'm gonna move the rough layer down. I'm gonna go back up to the hand, and I'm going to also dim this. Actually, the default dimming for a layer that they talk about this was always 50, and it's like I need to be much lighter, where you can barely make it out like this and easily draw on top of it to make sure you're actually drawing the new things. All right, brush tool. Although actually this is not a brush tool. I'm doing like a pencil tool. I've got my black stroke picked. I'm painting 2.5 wide. And now...
Did I miss it? No.
And now, let's see. This... Yeah, his hand shouldn't be like this. It should be coming down. So I have all kinds of errors with this thing. All right, so we're going to draw, and we're going to overlap into the sleeve. Come down here. Do around the knuckle, into the larger hand. And now, one of the things I like about this brush tool is that where you've got these, you actually, with some of the tools, you want to do an overlap, and you can easily just peg off the and delete the extras. Now we need the other details. So there's the part where the hand, where the thumb comes in, and now because he has hairy stubble, he has hair on his arms too. We paint back in the hair on his arms. Ta-da! Much cleaner. Although, oops, though we've got a couple of areas here that are a little off. So. Yep, these didn't quite line in. But see, again, the cleanup here is like, oh, I'll just, move something around as opposed to having a bunch of stuff start to break. That looks a million times better. This is a little wide for a hand. If this is towards the pinky area. But I see, with this tool, paint much more easily. This knuckle now looks a little janky. But we can go back and fix this later. Now we need to fill it with the color of the skin. I've seen artists who will do like the fill on one layer, the line on another, and I tried doing it for a while.
Too much?
It works for things like mouths because you have to have the actual line of the lips, then the teeth, then the tongue, then the interior. That works fine, but on something like hand and skin, it's like I don't really need to. So I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to choose the color of Teddy's skin, paste it inside. Now, when we go out to his arm, we have a shoulder layer, or his sleeve. Wait, why am I not? Because I'm just tapping the keyframe. I'm not turning on the visibility. So now we have a shoulder, and we have his hand in two separate layers. And so why does it matter to do all this? What matters is if his arm is staying in the same spot, but he's going from his hands open to his hands closed, or he's starting to point, or it could be at a different layer where he's got his arm up and he's going. I can count 5 different reasons why.
Hey, meat.
Hey.
He's in charge today. I'm really tired, but I am here. I'm sort of listening.
Are you monitoring the?
I keep
Okay, cool.
monitoring. It's a quiet day.
So if the arm is staying the same, but the hand is now pointing or counting down or going to a fist or whatever it is, then keep them on separate layers. And now we go back to the full rig, and now we have an actual arm. But what's weird is that I gotta. Oh, I know what it is. The scaling of this is wrong. So I need to actually make this arm a little larger to match the template in behind. Again, that's why you work on the templates, because I was starting to move and I thought, oh, I got this done. I don't need to like lay in all the background sketches of Teddy. I think I generally got this. And I found out I was making him too small. I'm so used to the fact that Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man, because of his age, he's got the osteoporosis, whatever it's like kicking in, and he's very, very slouched. So he looks very small, especially next to Barnacle Boy.
Oh, yeah.
But the problem is you get this idea that then if you took them and make them stand by the other characters, that I was thinking Mermaid Man was too small even next to Patrick and Sandy and Squidward, until I opened up a shot from the show, a screenshot of them in superhero gear, and they're all standing next to each other, and I went, I've made Mermaid Man too small. So unfortunately I was already halfway through. I already started laying stuff in. So what I have to do here is going from here, I need to make his arm. See how the template behind here has the arm going deeper. Oops, and I have to hold on the shift key so that it constrains. There we go. There we go. Now that's a better position. Now as you can see here, just like we had two mouths, I've got a lot of different frames working on his other arm, and it's totally messed up right now. I have to do the same thing on this side that I'm doing on this side. And all this just to clean up what I previously did. So sometimes it helps, sometimes you go back to the drawing board. How are we doing, folks? Who else is joined? Hello. Leap Meep joined. Boy, we've got it is a
it's a 2-person day.
It's a 2-person day, and we have not gotten much likes since the first half hour.
Oh, we know we're liked. We're here doing our thing.
We're doing our thing.
Look, I can do song and dance and go like me, like us, damn it. How
Yes.
dare you not like us? See, there's the hearts. We'll shame you. That's no, I ain't playing that way. I mean, thank you.
Thank
for
you,
the
Leap
hearts. Hearts, roses, diamonds.
But it is, and once again the music, because I turn this.
We're doing this.
Video pause. Continue watching. Yes.
Yes.
So I kid you not. It's like YouTube doesn't realize that, yes, when you turned on the multi-hour stream for music, you want to listen to it without ads, without stuff. All right, so it's gone to a different channel by now. Whatever. Hello, YouTube, by the way. For a brief moment, we had 2 people on YouTube. We got 2 on TikTok. 2 on TikTok.
People. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Exactly.
Look, all it took was you for me.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else. And I'll take 1,000 more.
All right, so now we work onto Teddy's arm here, and we. By the way, how is for those of us who are here? Yeah, let's see. So I think we've got Melonberry and Leap Meep. I think are the 2 we've got in here right now. So hello to both of you.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you
got drawing to do.
I got drawing to do. It is. Could I trouble you for some more coffee?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I made a metal mug, so you may have to swap for the Dole mug or something. We're not. I don't know why. I don't know why anyone ever made a metal coffee mug, because at some point you do need to reheat your coffee, and I'm thinking this is. How many people have taken their souvenir mug?
Because it looks cool. I mean, that's a.
It does look cool.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it's got it for my son for I think Christmas or my birthday or something, and yeah, it is cool. But yeah, if your coffee is cold, it'll heat up real quick if you put it in there that way. Good stuff. All right, so the music is going. We're working on his arms. We're working on Teddy's arms, but now we need to work on his left arm, or stage right. And as you can see, we have the same mess. We have, let's see, I think I worked on the shoulder at one point. Yep. So now we need to. We need to do so many things. Turn into a guide. Turn off the visibility to see what we actually have working here. We actually do need this. So we'll copy it. We'll lock it down. We'll lock down the shoulder too. And now I need to go into the hand. And same as we did with the other one. Get rid of the little placeholder hand. Get rid of... When you hit the delete, you normally get to delete something. Oh, I know what it is. Once again, working so many screens, hit delete. See, the funny thing is that you have to like double check because the we've got OBS on the big screen here. That's for the TikTok fans, and it's also sending the signal to YouTube. The YouTube page to monitor that the signal is making it to YouTube and we're not having any errors or difficulties or shutdowns is on this one. And then the actual artwork is on the tablet here. And there's always that worry that if you hit delete here, but it registers over here, did you just delete your live stream? So there's always something. There's always something. I'm beginning to understand why larger productions just simply have a team and the host can just sit back and relax and talk and enjoy it all. Hello, hey bug. And let's see. Oh, you send confetti. That is awesome. I don't even know how to send confetti on the TikTok. All I know is how to do crazy stuff that. Well, actually, I've refrained from any of it because I don't know if once you start like throwing in anything monetarily, like whether it's coins or diamonds, whatever, it's just like you just start going hee. Then you get the bill in the mail. You've spent $500 on TikTok. There are stories, I'm sure all you guys can recall stories where some kid on someone's family plan downloaded a mobile game and then bought all the skins and all the extras and stuff and all the gems. And suddenly mom gets the bill for $6,000 from the phone company. Let's see. All right, make sure I'm working on the right screen here. Ta-da. And... okay, so we're on the hand. We're going to paste. And yet another thing I do not understand. Oh, it pasted the other one, so it didn't effectively copy. We need to go back in. And I don't have a hand to choose anymore. That's going to make things difficult. All right, so we're going to choose this. We're going to copy it. We're going to try and go back into the hand. See if it'll allow me to go in. Because I have a symbol now that technically does not have a frame for me to click on. So I think I need to go into my library. Find the hand. Hand. And maybe if I do a quick paste here. Paste. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now if I go back out, it's always something. It's always something. Show frame. Something's still wrong. Go into the rig. Where's that hand? Look where it put the hand. Holy free-holies. One of the many things I do not get in Animate is why you can paste something and it be nowhere near where you copied it from. And all these alignments, because I work in After Effects, I work in Premiere, I work in Photoshop, I work in Illustrator, and Animate does stuff that avoids all logic. There's no way pasting an arm should be this many million of miles away from where it had the rest of his arm. That makes no sense. So now I gotta double click on that, and either I'm back to the rig. There's so much that's wrong here. I don't get it. Like I said, one of these days there's going to be an Animate artist that is going to come in and explain to me the method behind the madness of the way Animate and Flash, because I know a lot of it's legacy stuff. I mean, Flash, was the thing for web animation and web episodes and web games in the 2000s, big time, until Steve Jobs just said it burns up so much energy that as we moved from our desktops and laptops to phones. Let's see. Hey, Chill Bill. The issue now is so much. Show all. Yeah, I told it to show all this to get an arm to be on Teddy's body. That makes perfect sense, don't it? Okay, now we're in the hand. And that's the other thing, is that now that I'm in the symbol, why did the whole symbol move? It's a whole thing. I could rant about software until I am bleeding from the eyes and you guys have all gone home onto much better things. All right, now that we finally have a hand, we finally have this old hand, and already I'm seeing how janky this one was too. So yeah, look at this. Look at how hard all these edges are. So I think we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to just move this to a rough layer. We are going to make this a guide layer. And oh, thank you so much. Imperial.
Oh,
what?
so
No. Then this is where I'm really going to date myself.
I'm dating you. Oh, good, you got a comment.
Yeah.
Maybe I should leave.
What was the new lady?
Leave says, I'm getting my Animate certification next year and I still don't understand a single thing. Dude, where are you, I'm curious, where is this certification coming from, or certificate?
Is it like an online...
and maybe you don't want to say, but yeah, is it online or is it a university? You don't have to name which one, but like kind of, is it a workshop, course? I'd be curious to hear.
Yep. All right, so I'm on the rough layer. I want to make this...
hey, Chill Bill.
Down to like that light again, so I'm just making stuff out. And we go to the actual hand layer. No. Oh, you're asking about Imperial.
Yeah.
So, since I'm a child of the 70s, a lot of the old commercials, like Life Cereal and whatnot, there was one for in the 70s, and this may have been also in the 60s, but there was that shift from butter is bad. Let's move to margarine.
Yep.
So, the ones that...
Imperial!
Bingo! So Parquet had their whole campaign of butter, Parquet. And then, of course, the one most people recall from, I think, the 80s is I Can't Believe It's Not Butter with Fabio. Yeah. It's like, I can't believe it's not butter.
And that crock. What was that? Country Crock.
Country Crock, yes.
Wait a minute. Levy says she goes, or they, go to a career center.
Okay, cool.
So, yep. You thoughts on that, Tom?
So... Oh, I know nothing about career centers and everything else. It's like whether it's vocational college or technical college.
They don't understand a single thing. I mean, what would your recommendation be then for jumping into animating if they've got their certificate?
Well, no. Did they say animate or animation?
They said animate cert.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that means a certification in the program Animate.
There you go.
And years and years ago, when Animate was still Flash, and I think this was at Variety?
Yeah.
Or was this the early days at Allied? No, this is Variety, where they decided that because the world was moving more to the web, that digital newspapers and magazines need to have a better understanding of how Flash works. So we had a 1-week Flash course where we'd all go down to some conference room and go through lessons. And this was back when still a lot of it was the game stuff. So there's actually a whole level of coding underneath it called ActionScript. And that's how you were able to play web games back in the 2000s, where you could, have a platform game or change outfits or all those cheap games that you could find on the internet back then that were all Flash games. The reason why you can move Barbie's dress and change it, or Barbie's hairstyle, or have the shoot 'em up or the Pop-Tarts game or Club Penguin was all on the ActionScript, the coding built underneath it that knew where your mouse was, when you clicked, where you clicked, all that stuff. So I know that's part of Animate as well, although I can't imagine how often ActionScript, the coding, is even used anymore. But for some of the old shows that have been using it since day one,
Yeah.
because I want to say Happy Tree Friends. I want to say Happy Tree Friends was all done with Flash.
Well, I'm curious, Leap Me, what's your plan to do with it? Are you making your own games like these? Like, I'd be curious.
Or is it all just simply to get better? You went because you go, okay, I don't know the software and I need to learn how to better use it. And what better place than the people who you can ask the questions instead of having to go down the rabbit hole of a Reddit thread or... It is amazing, and the most frustrating, one of the most frustrating parts is that since Animate can mean any kind of animation, and Adobe can mean any kind of software, when you enter in the search terms Adobe Animate, it'll lead you to Illustrator.
You're like, dude.
I need. It'll lead you to all kinds of different software that uses the word animate. You can animate in Moho, you can animate in Harmony, you can animate in ToonSquid. So yeah, trying to find answers, and I remember like watching like a hawk some of the YouTube Animate artists that have been using it. But the problem is that even those videos are now 6 or 7 years old, and the software has changed so much that
Trying to keep up.
yeah, or the functions of it, or maybe they addressed issues that people advised. Okay, don't use this because it does this, but now it actually does the thing you wanted to do. Yeah, it is unfortunate, and it comes fast and furious, and you don't know from time to time what's good and what's bad and what that blah 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 blah. Old man yells at cloud. All right, so same as we did over here, I am going to draw the rare moment in the Animate live stream where I'm actually drawing, and then we have his thumb. That looks okay. And then a line here for where the palm is on top of the knuckles. And then we do some of Teddy's hair. Teddy. This one doesn't look very straight. You get these like little janky ends. And I don't know if that's from my hand shaking or from the software brush. So we go in here. I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to remove this point. And this point. Now we have a straight thing. There's another one here where, yeah, look at this one. What should be just a straight little thing has all these extra points. And I will hit smoothen. I will hit all kinds of things to say, no, don't do this. And it doesn't.
Oh, cool. Levy says, the Animate cert is a part of the Adobe course I'm taking. I may use it for my own projects, though. Nice. Okay.
Cool. Very cool. Yep.
He will.
And look at this. This tiny little curvature on the end of this line makes this, what should be just a straight line, look so janky, and it's because of the handle here. But if I straighten out that handle, in theory, there we go. It shouldn't have to be this hard to make a straight line with your brush tools or pencil tools. Good grief. Although you can also do Shift-C, and this will just change them into straight. Although that doesn't look straight. That looks like it's off. Well, Adobe! All right, so we go back to our select tool. Let's get rid of oh, that's why. Hello there. All right, that to me looks like an okay fist. Definitely a lot cleaner than the previous one. Good Lord. When I was drawing it out,
Cleaner than it used to be.
it was all about just like, and so yeah, so you know, lesson learned. If you do something fast and furious with the intention of maybe bringing it over later, oh, that's weird. The stream's current bitrate is higher than. I'm trying to figure out why. I'm looking at my live stream over here, and I still see Gretchen blocking the main thing here, but I'm looking at my OBS screen and it's not showing that. Where is?
Oh my God! Look at this. Leap Me says they taught us in that class. They taught us arcs and handles in the course.
Yes.
One guy almost broke his Mac because it was too hard.
Ooh.
Wow. That person may not want to be an animator. Hey, Bridge. Hey, thanks for coming back. We're chilling today. It is hot. It is really hot out. Low-key, I am absolutely.
Oh,
fine.
this is so weird. The screen is not showing.
No está funcionando.
It's just really doing some weird stuff here because now I'm checking
now
back.
It's scrolling.
Canvas and me.
Huh.
This is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. It is. Oh. No, actually, no. The live stream seems to be like not just like 20 seconds behind. It's showing thumbnails and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, no, say, but we're still on TikTok, so that's good.
Well, yes, and apparently we are live streaming, but in the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen.
Alex 1 2 3 with the thingies is back. Hi.
Hello.
I have like the tired behind my eyes, so I can feel like when like behind your eyes and like there's someone pulling a lever. They keep on trying to pull the blinds closed. I can feel someone behind my eyeballs is pulling my eyelid blinds closed. Like, come on, close the blinds. What?
Here's the crazy thing. She's got a live stream in just a few hours.
Not necessarily. I can cancel. I do what I want.
You do what you want.
I do what I want.
Fine, fine. All right, so now we actually have a better drawn hand on the rig. Now I need to move this whole thing over here, and I need
He's
to.
still got 2 mouths. I love it.
Yep. One mistake at a time, please. And we will go up here. And now we will scale up his other arm. Let's put these side by side to make sure that I'm not scaling one significantly larger.
You can just move it over. There you go. Bridge, you want to know where you can watch it? So we're going to be premiering the episode on September 3rd. Because 9 is divisible by 3. That is Bob and Linda's
wedding anniversary.
Anniversary. So the full episode is going to be on our YouTube channel, right? Movie Boy.
Yep.
And then we will also be trying to figure out kind of how to do a premiere.
Well, so yeah, so all right, so you're here on the live stream. We do the live stream every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. to noon. So I think since this has been the pattern, on Sunday morning, on September 3rd, we will start our 10 a.m. live stream, and actually we'll probably start a few minutes early.
Yeah.
And we will all, so the streaming party will be here. We'll bring confetti and noisemakers and have a blast here.
Yeah.
We may even start at maybe we'll start at 10 with the intention of starting the actual episode to premiere on YouTube at 11.
There you go.
And then we'll party, bring in the fans.
Party.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
we're still partying.
hey, trust me,
Got an hour to party.
it'll be better if the two of us are sitting here being able to just talk to you guys and collect and talk about favorite SpongeBob episodes. You'll sleep more that night. I may, for all I know, I may be up until 6 a.m. that morning to get.
You're sitting there going, woo!
Trying to get it, ready to go and premiere. But then maybe at like 11 a.m. will be the actual premiere. We'll watch it with you guys here on TikTok, and then
That's gonna be fun.
and then we'll go, yay, we did it.
Yep.
What?
And then night.
Wait, what's the voice I hear? We did it. That's Summer from Rick and Morty.
There you
Yay,
go.
we did it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah, so that'll be YouTube. I mean, we'd love that, and doing the live stream is probably the best way we can do it, so we can have like the whole screen at the top and we can react along with it.
Yep.
I mean, we'll put obviously we're going to do more teasers and more, and we're going to do a huge countdown when we get to the last 2 weeks before this comes out.
Oh.
We're going to be throwing stuff all the time.
Bridge, you want to know where you can watch my live stream? Oh my god.
Aww.
Asking about me.
Yes.
Okay, so I am, so my YouTube channel, right now I have 2, but the other one I'm still getting together, but the one that I have, that I've had now for a while, it's called Ballerina Badass, because I used to be a professional ballet dancer. So today I'll be doing a point shoe party where I'm working on sewing a new pair of point shoes. It'll be at 2 p.m. today, Pacific time, on the Ballerina Badass channel. I just need to put up the thumbnail for it. Because I do wait, because there are some weeks where I've got other deadlines and I just can't fit it in. So yeah, that is what it is. Boop, boop, boop.
Yep. When she's not doing her voiceover work or her acting work or any of the other work.
I'm doing other work.
Doing the other work or helping me with my work.
Yeah. Work, and come on, Gene, get back to work.
And once again, I'm even seeing other issues that I got to contend with here.
other issues.
Other issues. So yeah, so Leap Meep, yet another issue. And one of the frustrations with Animate is that because I scaled up his arm from the previous animation, look what I got here. You can tell places where I've redrawn because the lines are thinner, but where I haven't, the lines are thicker and jankier. So his legs have thicker lines, his sleeves have thicker lines, but his shirt and his hands have thinner lines. So I have to make an executive decision on which. And then part of it is also, if he's going to be this big in the screen, are all the lines just too big? If it's a close-up of Teddy and Teddy's talking about something and going evil or whatever, because I'm looking at these headlines right here, and this is too thick. In my opinion, the lines of his shirt and his shoulders, whatnot, that looks to be about how thick I would want his lines to be if we're on this tight of a shot. So I may have.
That's why it's taking you so long.
That's why it takes so long.
Gosh darn perfectionistic and
Well, and that's
professional.
If I weren't so professional and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's the ultimate problem and that you have to just have the consistency.
Yep.
So when Teddy eventually is standing next to Mort, did you make them both the same way so they don't look like they're from two different cartoons?
Yep.
If and same with all the other characters. So yep. You have to, sometimes you just have to have a spreadsheet or a bunch of post-it notes or something scribbled in a notebook that says, these are the rules of how you're going to break down these characters, how you're going to draw these characters. Because the other part of it is, if you're making the paintings in Photoshop and you're doing the characters in Animate, when you bring them both into the same world, does it look correct? Or does something just look out of scale or just a little off? And 9 times out of 10 it's going to be, how thick are your lines? And I've seen, you can see on some shows, if you suddenly go to like a real tight face close up to like have someone like squint and go and deliver a punchline, you can watch how gravity falls. If you watch that, you'll notice how thick their eyes are, the stroke around the eyes from shot to shot, because they realize if they zoom in and it's the same thickness as the wide shot, it would look weird.
Creepy,
the eyes would look like big black eyes, like they punched them in the face. And it's all those decisions. And if you have a larger staff, you have to have your Bibles and your it's what they call the basically the style guide. Or the model sheets or everything else. And that's why especially with anime and other ones, there are people whose entire job is to go through shot from shot to shot to shot and go, you got to fix that arm. That makes no sense. Quality control, baby.
Quality control. Whoa.
So we are down to our last 23 minutes of today, because you better believe it's going to be a hard out at noon today.
Well, I'll be out. You can stay and have fun.
We'll actually see if she's like passed out on the laptop for 10 minutes.
I'm kind of like sitting here going, how's it going, everybody?
You need stimuli. What can stimuli you right now? Do I need to like throw things at you?
I want cream of wheat and tuna.
For her lunch break. That's not stimulating. That's comfort food. It's going to make you go yummy and fall apart.
Dude, Bridge says that they can't go outside because there's a lot of wasps and bees, and if they get stung, they have to go to the hospital. I'm so sorry. That sucks.
Yep. We have wasp nest building as we speak that we've got to take care of.
Yep.
We took care of one, and they moved over to another previous one that they want to start up on.
Wasps
So
are trying to live too.
Yep.
They're living their best wasp life.
Hey, we've got a whole ecological system here where a couple years ago we planted milkweed because we have someone who helps clean up a local park. And when you come up to help volunteer for the park, she hands out milkweed seeds because she wants to deal with the monarch butterfly population.
Yeah.
We planted some in our patio garden. And now Georgia has been going out and monitoring, okay, are there any monarch butterfly eggs? Are there any caterpillars? But the caterpillars would either be hunted down, they would either die on their own, be hunted by wasps that would come and try and kill them, or walk into a spider web and the spider would kill the caterpillar.
Or just get stuck and it can't keep going, can't eat, can't do anything. So
Yep.
it's like, dude, so I've started bringing them in.
Yep. So we now have a habitat inside one of our kids' bedrooms of two of those net habitats.
Next year, I'm just gonna get my own thing, because I was just watching some videos. There's this family that has a whole thing set up, and they had like 20 chrysalises hanging. And and then they go down to the plants. Get this, and they're all these caterpillars are munching on the plants together in harmony. I'm like, okay, you know what? So, but it's good that we have two separate things: one for chrysalis, one for munching.
And we have two monarch butterfly in chrysalis mode now. They just did that over the last 2 days.
Yep.
We've got 3 younger caterpillars that will probably crystallize in the next week.
Yep.
And then, unfortunately, after next week's thing, we'll be out of town for a while.
We've got,
So
we've
got other stuff to do, and unfortunately, our house sitter may have to contend with brand new monarch butterflies coming to birth, and he will have to free them.
He doesn't have to. He might let
Just be like, that's very nice. The butterflies are there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they die. So what do I do with the carcasses of the butterflies?
I'm sorry, you're going more of an Austrian.
I am. then East German.
I like that.
All right, so back to the mouth, back to the mouth, which means we need to go back to the head, because the mouth is on the head. Where is my head? Where is my life? Oh, random keyframe. Yep. So
there goes the head, and something in the head, and
where is Harry Truman? He's dead in the ground. He's dead in the ground. He's dead, dead, dead. Ow, ow.
Ow, ow.
What is it? A mother's gentle touch or something?
Gentle touch, Cynthia. A mother's gentle touch.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
See if I can get the whole. I need the lyrics.
So the funny thing is, if it turns out we can get away with a fair amount of these mouth shapes, but we still have to deal with the stubble. So there's the stubble.
Winthrop Manor.
You do Winthrop Manor?
Winthrop Manor, Winthrop Manor, Winthrop Manor, Winthrop Manor, Winthrop Manor. Break it down now. Winthrop Manor. Don't forget your manners. Who's the party planner? Climbing up the social ladder. Winthrop Manor. Yeah.
Nice.
Bridge says Georgia may need a monster. One of my favorite books is There's a Monster at the end of this book. And you can't see it here, but I have quite the collection of furry stuffed animal friends from all my years that I've kept, because I love them. And I still do get new ones. So, question from Leap Meep. Have you ever thought of creating a show or series of your own?
Oh, yeah. We've got a whole bunch. Yeah, so if I had my iPad here, I'd show the screenplays are usually done on Final Draft, and a number of years ago they introduced a mobile version. So we've got the desktop version, but we've also got the iPad, iPhone version,
yep.
Which is fantastic because we've even had moments where people will talk about a random idea here on these live streams, and we go, "Holy crap, that's like Seymour Bottom."
Oh yeah.
Certain lines that we'll come up with, and it's great to just go into the actual script, not something you scribble on a piece of paper, put it in, down in the car or something like that, and hope you remember it a week later.
Yeah, no, you gotta get on it.
But the idea is that besides the ideas for this episode, we've come up with a lot of like crazy things where we've got ideas taking one of the animations on our YouTube channel is a moment with Heidi, the is it Austrian book of Heidi, the girl in the German Alps or Austrian Alps, and grandfather who watched her and stuff. And we did a one gag joke on that one, and that was one of our first animations on the channel. So yes, but the interesting thing, of course, and artists on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok talk about this all the time. You put up a fan animation of Spider-Verse, it gets hundreds of thousands of likes. It's shared all over the place. You do your own original stuff, you get 2 likes. And it doesn't matter what the algorithm is.
That's not what's important.
Well, it's not important, but it is a struggle because
This is one of my monsters.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm interrupting. And his name is, what was it, Moss Bottom?
Moss Bottom, I think. Because it's not Swamp Bottom.
So this is from Wimble. Wow, I can't read. Weimer Forest. Anyways, there used to be a name on here. I call him Swamp Bottom. I don't care. I love him. He's really cute. And he's blue and he's got ears. And then this is the old copy of Heidi. I don't know why I'm doing show and tell here with you guys, but I am.
Well,
How old is this thing?
It's with
1922.
1922. So now
my mom's
that's
copy.
100 years old of Heidi.
That was my mom's copy of Heidi.
Ta-da.
Yeah, right there. Boom. And I've heard it's problematic. I
Oh,
haven't read it in a long time.
but
I love it smells so old.
I'm very, 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 very sure practically every childhood thing that is from the 1900s, if not the 18 or 1700s. Yeah, I'm sure there's very problematic stuff with all the stories.
I'm just gonna read this now.
That being said, we've got an idea based off of the misconceptions people have with the Princess and the Frog. We've got ones that are a playoff of all kinds of stuff. But once again,
Sorry, we're not trying to advertise this. It's just coming up in the music.
Yep.
I don't want to break my strike, man.
Yep.
be advertising that stuff.
Don't be advertising.
Doing that.
So, because we did, because it went to pause, not to mute.
Okay.
It's always something. So the upshot is that we would love to do the stuff, but at the same time, look, it is a little disheartening if you work on something for weeks, if not months, and you put it up there, and after a year, I mean, let's see, the Heidi animation, it's only 45 seconds long, and yet it has, let's see, videos on my YouTube channel. Heidi was put up a year ago, and it has a grand total of 254 views.
Oh,
The
sound really whiny.
why not be whiny about it?
That's true. Why not? Hey, what's wrong with you people?
Well,
Watch his cartoons, damn it.
let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. The part of the thing that gets
That's my boyfriend. You better watch his cartoons, okay?
yeah, but all right, you want something, guys? How about this? The algorithm is so weird, and this is the thing that's happened to SpongeBob Burgers this past week. So, TikTok, amazing. We got such a huge response. We've got over 6,000 followers, subscribers, and we've got millions of views of just how this is progressing so far.
Yeah.
That's amazing, and we love it, and we adore you guys on TikTok because of it. You guys have been, the wind beneath our wings on
You are the wind beneath my chicken wings.
Chicken wings. Nice. But on YouTube, totally different story, and on Instagram, so we barely get anything. The title sequence, I think, has we've got maybe 200 views. But get this, a Bob's Burgers Instagram fan site that normally will just grab random clips from the TV show came across this one and put it on his channel.
Oh, yeah.
As of yesterday, the same reel, although he cut it, he doesn't show the part at the end that tags me and says the episode is coming on September 3rd. It just shows the opening title sequence.
Filth.
At least he tagged me. He could have just stolen it and not tagged me at all. But he tagged me in it. That video, and it's only been there for less than a week, has 70,000 views. And it has comments and everything else. And it's like, wait, this is my reel. And on a fan site, it's got, tens of thousands of views. So the good news is that I'm trying to introduce a whole new audience to it. Anyone who comments on that fan site, I engage them just as if they commented on my TikTok. And it's great. It's engagement. It helps his channel and everything else. But it is just one of those things where it's like, hey.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey!
Wait, I'm the guy who did this. Come to my channel. Come show the other stuff. Because they're asking a bunch of questions. They're like, oh my God, I would watch this. And it's like, dude, if you came to my channel, you'd see it's coming out September 3rd. Where it's here. It's out. We've got teasers and characters. There was one person who was like, I think this character should be this character, and this character should be this character, and it's like, that's great. Maybe we'll do like a Gravity Falls shag carpeting mind swapping episode where we can
That's a good idea.
have a bunch of characters swap out. However, come on over. We have more than just what this fan site has shown. So it's such a weird dynamic. Social media has a million different ways it can kind of make you get very grumpy or whiny or
Okay, I allow you
celebratory.
your grump.
I can have both the happy moments of all the people. I mean, we've had,
Deserve a good grump rock.
we had 1,000 likes on this live stream.
Yeah.
On a show, and it's basically me working on Teddy Mermaid Man all day. So the fact that we've had that many people and people come in, hello Alejandro.
Alejandro.
Who's? That's you typing stuff. Oh, you're typing up responses.
Yes, I'm paying you.
Yay! Thank you.
I'm on it. You don't trust me, but
She's working on her ballerina badass stuff because she's
stuff
waiting till the
ready.
last moment for all that stuff.
What?
But
Okay, touche, Mr. Poo Poo.
Yeah, fine. I will. Cause even. Hello. The yeah, we're getting punchy. We're in the last 10 minutes. What do you want? We've been dancing and drawing and working on mouths and excuses and monsters and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you're totally out of the shot right now. So
I am, and I'll come back in for visual effects.
For visual effects. She'll come in when the scene requires it. Damn tootin'.
Like now. Okay. Low power mode. Why? I've been powering you. Why are we mad? Stop being mad. Oh, you sit.
The monster is mad. The laptop is mad.
This thing gets farty. Don't get farty. There we go.
While equipment gets faulty.
Hey! And the original had only about 2,000 views. Yeah, you're right, Leap Meat. But now the tables are turning.
Yep.
Bloop, bloop.
So the weird thing is that now Instagram, who I've been for the most part ignoring because A, it's meta, and B, I mean I've just had frustration with Instagram forever. For 10 years I was a celebrity photographer, and no matter what I was doing, just like. Like some random person would take a screenshot of a shot that I took, or just someone else's, and they would get tens of thousands. You see those channels that are just doing nothing but taking stuff from other people, and putting in no effort, no production value. They're not even trying to engage in their audience, and they've got like 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 followers, and you go, wait, what?
You're not providing value.
Well, everyone's definition of value is different, and streaming stuff like that. But you just sit there and you go, you're doing nothing, and you are monetized. Yeah. You have got sponsorship deals, and and we all know about the content-less YouTube channels that is just an AI voice showing AI stuff. But they grind it out so fast, the algorithm goes, this must be a fantastic channel. And they get like 1 million subscribers. Why?
Yeah,
why?
You can sit here on your high horse and say, you did it your
this
way.
exactly. And look, that as you would say with your ballerina badass, we earned every subscriber. We put in effort. We sit here and talk about how thick the varying lines are on one character. For you!
Yeah.
For you! Not because I have a perfectionist mentality. This is all for you.
Right. Maybe it's just so we can get up on a Sunday morning and not sleep the whole day.
Well, that too.
I'd be doing that.
Alright, what am I doing here? We're in our last few minutes, so I'm not going to get too much more progress on it. But at least we can back out a little bit and show a little bit of how... Show some stuff. So, we've got Teddy. Well, at least his when it's at the half-done work in progress stage, you get some scary results. But the good news, of course, is that in Bob's Burgers world, characters will tend to usually just face one way and talk. Shot to shot, dialogue to dialogue. So getting a lot of this done will actually take care of a lot of the stuff. When Teddy and Mort come in, there will be a little animation. There's a shot where Teddy will be walking by and will need profile and a little walk as Mort is delivering an entrance line. That'll be very Mort. And then eventually they'll just be sitting at the counter and talking for the most part. Until other characters enter the scene, and then eventually they will have to leave the scene to take care of other matters. The B storyline in our episode.
Oh, I'm so excited about the B storyline. You guys.
Yep.
You guys. This is so good.
And what's funny is that something that you and I will have to do to take advantage of. Now, here's assuming the really good stuff. Let's assume that the episode comes out and it's a sensation. TikTok, YouTube, wherever, and people are watching it and having a great time. But
everyone's watching.
But I want you know how often YouTube in particular will have a like even when a trailer comes out, they were like, here's everything you missed in the new Ahsoka trailer, and all the Easter eggs and stuff. We will do. Hopefully you will want to do this with me and not be like, I'm not going to sit here and go over that.
Bring it.
We're going to do here's all the Easter eggs, and things you missed in.
Oh, yeah.
So, people's like, why does this character say this? It's actually a connection to season 2, episode 1 of da-da-da-da-da. The Tiki episode, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
If you could also do that as a trivia contest, too.
Well, that...
Well,
how would you do a contest?
Well, you'd all be watching it at the same time as live, and then you'd say, who can tell us what this Easter egg is? Nobody? Okay.
Well, that's going to be part of the live stream party.
Right, that's what I was saying. So, at the end, but you don't want to do the Easter eggs before the show.
No. No. But the live stream viewing party is, they're going to sit and watch the episode and watch us watching the episode.
And then afterwards we can do those.
They can, but they could look if they want to comment during it.
Well, no, exactly.
And just go, oh my God, this is oh my God.
So we should have a list of the questions. Right?
Possibly.
This requires a lot of thinking that I'm really not ready for yet.
Yeah, today is not the day of thinking and planning and stuff, but we still love you guys. Let's see, what do we got new? Yep,
Alejandro is still here, or maybe not. Whoever's here, thank you for being here.
Yep, thank you for being here. How are we doing anyway? We've got so we're closing down for the day. We're down to the last 4 minutes. So
still counts. We're getting work done.
Exactly.
We love it.
But so as you can imagine, the next thing I'm going to have to do once I'm trying to resist the urge of, because you get excited and then when you start getting drilled down, you're like, I don't want to play with Teddy anymore. I'll start working on Mort. But the problem is that eventually you've got an unfinished Mort, an unfinished Tina, an unfinished Teddy, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to tell myself to at least get Teddy finished before I go back over here and grab what I have of, what's funny is I should just zoom in here. Okay. A lot of this stuff as I zoom in looks a little cleaner, but even here, although this is maybe just where the arm comes in. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I've spent so much time having to redraw elements that maybe the best thing to do here is just to bring in a couple frames of Mort, bring them over with the understanding that I just simply need to bite the bullet and use it as a template, make it transparent, and then just draw new cleaner lines on top of it, so I don't have to spend all day adjusting stuff. But everything in art and animation is a learning curve. Eventually, I'll get to these days where, the whole thing with art is you always want to be looking back 6 months, a year, 10 years at your previous stuff and go, yep, the mistakes will always jump out at you 100 miles faster than anything else. Let's see. Okay, so we still have nothing new in the indicators, and we're down to our last 2.5 minutes, and we will make this a hard out. This has been fun. It's always been fun.
That's true.
But now that the days are hotter, and it's already now as we get to noon here in California, in July, it's like, man, even with the doors open, our back office area is not insulated like the rest of the house. This was an addition. They built a dark room, this giant counter, and this giant library. So we're guessing it was photographers, because obviously the dark room. But this must have been a thing where they had large areas for the enlargers. Yeah, this was probably like where they had the enlargers for the plates and all the equipment you would need to do print photography back then. So we've benefited from it, from just turning this into a gigantic workstation. We've got how many monitors here? A lot of monitors, a lot of computers.
4.
Now, but just to let you know, once upon a time, this all started with one laptop that we shared between the two of us. Yep. No iPads, no desktops, no big monitors, no dark room to do your vocal stuff. If we wanted to do voiceover stuff,
we now have a voiceover booth. It's not a dark room anymore.
Yeah, but no ability to. Yeah. This has been a nice slow process over many years. Yeah. You add a piece of equipment. She got her light stand with the ring light so that she could do auditions and stuff more easily. Yeah. All right, we are down to our final minute, folks.
Woo!
thank you. Even for even though it's definitely TikTok has been the largest audience, and YouTube the second largest, and now a few people on Instagram are finally chiming in.
It's great.
It's still fantastic.
Anyone out there, if you guys are thinking of starting your own channel, or you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this thing I'm making is cool enough or whatever, what matters is if you're passionate about it. If you are passionate about it,
Yep.
then that's going to see you through. There's going to be, look, even, I jumped to this name in the moment. There's other great names, but, so Steven Spielberg, even that guy has had ups and downs. He's had times where he's making movies and everyone's saying, oh my God, he's sold out. Oh my God, he's past his prime. Oh my God. All artists at all different levels and at different points in their life, even those popular, they go through phases. You'll have phases where you're super popular, phases where you're not popular, phases where you're the new hot thing, phases where people say you're washed up.
Yep.
Everyone's going to say what they're going to say. But if you have something that you are passionate about, that's what sees you through on the up or down days. And that's the reason to really go for it, all right? I mean, just make your content, put it out there. If you love it, you're going to have haters no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you rather have haters and you made something that you're proud of?
As a reminder, our big first video back from January that has over 1 million views, a great deal of our comments are people who hate the whole concept.
Yeah. They're like, how dare you?
Yep, yeah. That we are spitting on the graves of Steven Hillenburg, if I'm saying his last name right, the creator of SpongeBob, for this this abomination that we are putting together.
We are making out of love because we absolutely adore SpongeBob. This is a fanimation, and that's what it's all about. So I challenge all of you today to go out, make something, make anything, make a cake, make your bed.
Make your bed.
Make some trouble.
Live stream making your bed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have fun with your day. Try to stay cool out there. Again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow us. Follow him on YouTube. Yep. Please. That will really help. We are
7 weeks away, baby.
Yep, exactly.
Sunday, 7 more. So 6 more live streams, and then we're gonna do the party, which means when you start seeing us in August. Stress levels may be a little more crazy.
Oh, it's gonna be fine. And he's on Instagram at Movie Boy with the 2 O's. Movie Boy, it's a countdown.
Yep. If you look for Movie Boy,
And I'm George Iffy. You've got my handle down there. Follow me on there too. I do all kinds of funny, wacky stuff. But the main thing is that we so appreciate each and every one or 2 million of you guys. You are all so appreciated for your fandom because we are also part of the fandom. We're all fans.
Yep.
So. I think Tina would be proud.
All right, we've gone over by a couple of minutes, so we'll just say goodbye to you all.
Yeah.
But hello. Sorry, Shira. We are actually heading out the door right now. But we'll be back here next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. 10 a.m. to noon. So we love you all, TikTok. First, we're going to say goodbye to the YouTube people. And
bye, YouTube.
YouTube is still like 1,000,000 miles behind us on the live stream. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a disaster. Who knows? But we're going to hit stop streaming. I will not be able to reach